Okay, it's August 1979. This is reel number 88. That was Daniela Lutz going by. Folke with Marky in the stroller. We're at Stone Mountain. There's Thomas and Stephanie. Daniela Lutz visiting us from Berblingen, Germany. The Lutz family. I'm here in Germany right now, recording this. I hope it's moving along okay. This is a high school drill team from some high school in fact, it's the Southern cannon firing scenes by authentic Southern High School Brigade from the Rebel Sons of the Confederacy. And Mark, Stephanie, Thomas, Folke, and Daniela are watching this rare edition, very seldom seen cannon firing by the Southern High School Brigade. I think from Chamblee, Georgia High School. Very military kind of cadets doing their thing, cleaning the barrel, pushing the powder down, getting the cannonball in there, and let those Yankees have it. Still a lot of real Yankee animosity in Georgia, despite Atlanta being a northern-like town. Lots of smoke and good smells. There's Daniela and Stephanie and Mark up on the top there. There's Marky Boy giving us a big wave. Hi, Mark. Clapping to beat the band. There's Tommy sitting next to his little brother. Tommy's getting married June 29th. It's June 7th, 1991. We've just come back from Mark's track team awards. He was given the Outstanding Scholar Athlete Award for the 7th, 8th grade participants in the track team. Patch High School won the Women's European Track Championships this year. Everyone was very proud. Hello, Daniela. Marky Boy, Folke. Camera's a little jumpy here for some reason. The Yashica was going. There's only 2 reels left before the Yashica becomes antique history. And there's Gordno giving Marky Boy a ride on the back of the bicycle. We must have put the bike on the bike rack when we went to Stone Mountain. It was nice and flat there. Arms up, arms up. He used to put his arms up when we put him in the car seat so we could buckle him in. And that's Jennifer we're looking at. This is amniocentesis time. That's Jennifer Florence Frank as I guess about a 3-month-old fetus. Heart is beating. You could see the pollywog-like tail and the little hands and stubble of a feet and the head. We saw the fetus so clearly as this was taking place that it was a real person to us. This was our Jenny girl. Movies didn't come out too well due to this very dark filter screen on the green tube we were looking at. There may be a device coming out later that helps brighten and clarify this picture. This little pollywog may not have even had a sex at that point. Folke was watching it on the screen. Folke would have been 36 years old at Jennifer's birth, and we were advised to do this mini operation to get the fetal fluid to determine the risk of abnormality or potential mongoloid baby's birth. Baby's birth are higher in older women, as they claimed. There's another scene of Jennifer as they're slicing the sonargrams, or giving a slice of the area there. Folke's watching the screen as the nurse and the doctor insert this 1-foot-plus probe into the womb to withdraw the sample of the fluid. He had a problem with the first try. The probe hit the uterus wall and got some bloody fluid which contaminated the sample, so he had to do it all over again. They can't have any of the mother's blood in the sample, only the baby's fluid that is throwing off the cells, its own cells, as waste material. They are actually taking the baby's not blood cells, but cells, and growing them in petri dishes. I think they need about 36 petri dishes to grow the 36 different, or the chromosomes to do the 36 different tests. They actually test each chromosome. I was told later there he's taking out to see what the blood sample is, the blood problem. Anyway, after we went, before we took the test, we went through a battery of psychological discussions and tests to make sure that after doing it that we would agree to abort the baby. And we agreed before having seen Jennifer on the screen that we would do it, but after seeing Jennifer on the screen, we mutually agreed no matter what the results of the tests were, we were not going to abort. And let me mention now on the sound here that I also had this Jewish curse blood test done at another agency. There's something called the Tay-Sachs tests, and I'm not a carrier, which means none of the Frank males are carriers. So Mark and Tom and Michael and any of the Frank children to be born will not be Tay-Sachs carriers. There's Marky Boy. We're in Sapphire Valley, South Carolina. We had one of these special deals from a real estate company. Mark, you are really looking cute. Mark, you want to come in here and take a look at yourself and say a few words? Mark? Oh, here is the Perils of Pauline Waterford neighborhood Dunwoody, Georgia pool party time. There's Peter Cormer and Gordon rehearsing the part that Mary Gammer and Val Jackson, I think, wrote together. That was Val in the background there. And we're rehearsing it. Peter must have known his lines by heart. And there's John Hyatt in the wig and Brian O'Connell, Carol O'Connell. I think that's Dave Goodwin in the background there. Ed Harries. I don't know, Folka must have been there somewhere. Peter Cormer. When we actually performed this, I knew Peter was trying to get me over to the edge of the pool, even in rehearsal. That was Mary running over to show us what's going on. And I'm supposed to be doing something. I guess Mary was going to put a wig on me, and she said, make believe you have a wig on and you're brushing your hair or something. That's what I'm doing, I guess. Anyway, Peter got me over to the edge of the pool at the performance that evening, and as he pushed me into the water, I was Pauline and he was the wicked, mean landlord or something. I pulled him in with me, which was a surprise to him, unbeknownst to him that I was alerted to that. And that looks like Jerry Wilkinson, maybe, next to Ed Harries. Mary Gammer was the director. She's there in the background giving hints as we try to rehearse this thing. We go back and forth. I guess it's Folka shooting the movies. There's John Hyatt. There's Dave Goodwin. And John Boyer. Oh, he's a high kicker. Who else we got there? Stover, Bill Stover. Brian O'Connell in the green shirt. Don Wolfe. There's Don Wolfe coming out. Bill Stover goes back, four go back, little can-can. You just picture this with the can-can music. Oh, that's what I'll do when I try to get this better with the new camera. Colors are not coming out that bright when you record them onto the videotape. On the film, as I look at it now in the mirror, they're much brighter. Marky's pants are a bright red on the actual movies. He's got a blue shirt on. Oh, this is Alice Barnwell. Alice and Andy Barnwell. Folk and Marky Frank. In the backyard of Delrose Drive. That's Andy Barnwell. He's Marky's age, so he must be 13 now. Wonder how Alice is doing. She was our secretary at the Executive Briefing Center. The 2 years I worked there for Hal Wygant. Marky looks big there, doesn't he? Sturdy looking kid. I think he was a few